Cool. So we're here with Brandon. Brandon's coming out of Chicago. Just to give you a quick background on him, he's done fix and flips. He had buy and hold since 2022. He's done wholesaling. He's owned a laundromat. I mean, he's done. It sounds like everything. But one thing he didn't have in his tool belt just yet, prior to working with Michael Blanc, was multifamily. So, Brandon, I'm curious. So before coming in here into our mentoring program, like, I mean, you had all this experience already. What was like the moment when you realized you needed to make a change and then you actually joined our mentorship?
Yeah, actually, I had been investing in residential real estate. I bought my house, two flat and another house in 2002. Started on that path. We're still in the house that we live in now that we bought. But those first two, we held those for a couple of years, sold those, and then we started the process over again. Thought that, that was going to be our ticket out. And then the big crash in 2008 came, right? So we kind of started over then, got back into the real estate industry on the wholesaling side. So, we were getting them cheap and selling them cheap. And we came across an opportunity in a laundromat here in Chicago that we kept for a short time. And we realized that instead of buying a business, we basically bought us another job. So that didn't pan out. So over the COVID, we were home from work for a couple of years. I was just bouncing around on the internet. I was always interested in multifamily, but I just thought that you needed like a couple of $1 million to get into this industry. But I came across some of Michael's videos and just got into that. Studied him for about maybe 6 months or a year, and then we just decided to take the plunge into mentoring in 2000 of October. No, we started out with the accelerated program in 2022 October. Then we jumped into mentoring January 2023. So, it's worked out pretty well so far.
Cool, cool. Yeah. So it sounds like you've been through a lot and it kind of led you to multifamily. Yeah, it's interesting. And then I'm just curious with all your knowledge, what do you feel like was the biggest like challenge or roadblock that might have like kept you from getting into this on your own?
Just approaching commercial brokers, having the terminology, the track record, and just knowing the ins and out of the industry, right? This is an industry, it's small, right? And so if you don't have some sort of reputation or the track record, that could kind of hinder your progress. So mentoring really did help out in that aspect.
Gotcha. What part of the mentorship do you feel like might have like played the biggest part? Do you think is it just the having that person, kind of guiding you along, or what do you think?
Yeah, just someone that was like, you have the blueprint, right? But it's up to you to motivate yourself and to execute that blueprint. And the mentor kind of with the regular, like weekly calls or bi-weekly calls, however you set that up with them to kind of hold you accountable, to give you like assignments to do. And when you check in with them, you go over what you did, your underwriting, they check that for you. And then they let you know if a deal is truly and if you should go forward with it. So that was very helpful because the underwriting process I made, it was like, when I first saw that, it was like I was looking at another language. So it took me, quite some time to get that down, and to get comfortable with that. But like you said, it takes about underwriting 100 deals to find that one. And that's basically, what it took me.
Yeah, I know you guys you got some big news that we can cover in a minute, but it wasn't always sunshine and rainbows. You did have some challenges along the way. Can you kind of, because I know you've been in here for quite some time, right?
Yeah, yeah. It was a lot more rain than sun, I tell you that for sure. Cause the first deal that I found a partner within the community, right? And we got along very well. I was good at sourcing deals and underwriting deals, and he was good on the capital raising side as well as underwriting deals. And he actually had a lot more experience in this realm than I did as well. So we found that deal first, decided on my market, which was Texas. So we found a 56 unit, which was, a good deal. It was property, it was cash flowing, but throughout the due diligence process, we found something that we didn't like with the sewer line there. So through negotiating, going back and forth with the seller, he wasn't willing to, give us any type of credits on that. So that one failed. So we didn't go through on that deal. Second deal I found again was in Texas, and I was the lead sponsor on that deal. And I basically put up most of the financial burden for that deal. And it was like a crazy time. Then this was maybe about 8 months ago where, it was before the election. There was a lot of uncertainty in the market and rates set. When I first came into the program, rates were like at 3%. 6 months later, they jumped up to like 8%. So deal flow was stalled. The race, it was just a crazy time. So long story short, I wasn't able to raise the capital for that deal, and that deal fell through. So that was a financial burden on me. And that was a very expensive lesson that I learned along with my mentor because he was my KP on that one as well. So we went through that together. But the third one, will wind up being the charm. So that's where we're at now. And we found a great deal and we were invited to because, you never know who's looking at you in this industry, right? And if you putting in the work and people see you, you're honest and you're putting in the effort and you're trying and you're helping people as well, and you're learning, people will kind of notice that, right? And then they'll start gravitating towards you. And that's basically what happened with me with this deal. So I was invited to a 130 unit deal in Kentucky, in Louisville. And by the grace of God, we closed on that 2 weeks ago. So I'm a GP in that deal. I helped raise for that. And, now I'm a multifamily owner now. But I took, this is a winding road, success, it's not a straight shot, it goes up, it goes down, but, hopefully, you have more ups, than you do downs in this industry. So with the right team in place, which we do have, and the right mentor and the right community that I'm associated with, I think, this is the start of, a bigger and better things for us.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, congrats on that. That just goes to show, you just got to keep going. I mean, could you imagine if you stopped after that second one?
Yeah, I
Third one's
mean,
right around the corner.
yeah, your next deal is the next one, basically, you fall, you got to get up, you know what I mean? So, as long as you don't quit, you won't lose, in this game. So, but I'm going to say again, your reputation is key, cause people in this industry, they do take notice of you, right? Even if you don't think that, you're doing everything that you should be doing, right? Just as long as you do something like every day, right? People will notice that and they'll gravitate towards you.
Yeah, 100%. So I guess last question, like what would you say to someone who might be on the fence, thinking about, possibly joining the mentorship?
Do your due diligence, do all your research, look at Michael's videos, his products, and, just take the plunge. I mean, if this is what you truly want to do, I mean, for me personally, for the last year and a half, almost 24 months, this is all that's been on my brain, and that's just how I'm wired. I don't stop until, I reach my goal. That's just me, right? I couldn't sleep. I couldn't hardly eat, until, I completed the deal, and that's what I did. So if you got that drive, and if you got that knowledge and if you got that financial like fortitude, as well, I would say by all means, give it a shot. And there's no backup plan, right? You're going to stay in this until you find your deal, right? And then after that, the sky's the limit.
Welcome, man. Love your attitude so much. And for the short period we've been working together, it's been a pleasure. And yeah, I'm excited to hear what the next deal is going to look like for you.
Yeah, me too. I think I finally found my superpower in this industry. People like me for some reason, and I work hard, and I'm honest, say what I mean and I mean what I say. And, I'm focused. So, but this is all that I've ever wanted to do really, is be in this level of real estate, commercial and multifamily. So, I can make a future for myself and my family. So that's what I'm in it for.
That's what it's all about, man. Well, hey, I appreciate you sharing all this, and hopefully this can help the next person make a decision to possibly be like you one day.
Yeah, and by all means, if anybody's looking at this, if they want to reach out to me, they can do that as well. We've done that a number of times. You guys have sent like new students to me, and I gave them, exactly what I'm giving you now, my story. And if that could help anyone, by all means, contact me and maybe, we could do a deal together.
Awesome, man. Thanks so much.
Thank you.